Good morning, guys. Today I want to talk about 3 traits of a winner. And if you're asking yourself, who is this guy telling me what a winner is and what he isn't, you're right, bro. Like I shouldn't be talking about this because I'm not really that much of a winner, but I have had a little bit of success, and I want to share some lessons that I learned and what I've seen in other people that I've helped coach and been a part of their journeys. You can really spot a winner early on. And what's crazy is just the other day we had someone join our program, and he was in there for a week, and me and my team looked at each other and said, hey, this guy is going to get a client very soon. We could just tell. And I started thinking, how can we tell though? Like, what are the actual traits of a winner? Also studying a lot of the best winners in history. What are their traits? And when I mean winner, I don't mean just someone who achieves monetary success or success in their field. Like, I mean someone who's a holistic winner. Like, people actually like them. They didn't cheat people to get there. They did it the right way. Like, what is the true trait of being like an actual winner? Like, morally, financially, physically, like just winning in general, holistically. And so the first trait, let's just get right into it, is this one right here. This one's actually pretty funny. Hopefully you guys can read my handwriting. I got this whiteboard, but like I forgot that I don't know how to write. There it is. Hopefully you can see that. But it says, too dumb to quit. I look back on my journey and a lot of journeys of others, people's, and a lot of journeys of others, and I realized that the winners are not really that special. They're not really that much smarter. They're not really that much naturally gifted for the most part. They're just too dumb to quit. It's like I tried 13 YouTube channels before my first one had any sort of success. 13. That's so stupid. Any normal person would have just quit completely. And so you have to be too dumb to quit. Some guys like will send thousands of outreaches before they get their first client, when the average person would have quit on outreach 10. It's all about being too dumb to quit. And the people who really make it are just absolutely relentless. And they just don't even care how many times they fail. And so really winners just fall in love with failing, and they're too dumb to quit. They don't really care what other people think. They do, but it doesn't stop them from just keep trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. And so that's a huge thing that I see in almost every single person I've ever seen that has success, is they just fail a million times. And it's like you think a logical person would have quit 10 years ago, but they just don't quit. It's insane. I watched a video of the guy who won an Olympics powerlifting this year. 12 years he's been trying to win this powerlifting contest, and he just won his first gold medal. 12 years. He's got to be thinking every single year, man, these guys are getting younger. These guys are getting stronger. I'm getting older and older and older and weaker. And he won. People probably thought he was dumb for going to this Olympics. After 10 years, they're like, dude, you need to just stop trying, bro. You just don't have what it takes. You just weren't blessed enough to win this. Too dumb to quit. And the dude won. He won gold. So that's huge. You have to be too dumb to quit. Next thing. Oh, I messed it up. I knew this was going to happen. I don't care. We're rolling with it. Obsessed. All the winners that I've studied, that I've learned from, and even observed kind of the victories I've had in my life, or simply because I was absolutely obsessed with something. And you might be thinking, well, KJ, I'm not really obsessed with anything. That's a lie. Think back to when you were a kid. I can guarantee you were obsessed with something. You had a deep interest with something. The issue comes when the education system or your friends or your family, or you just go through experiences where you feel shameful for being obsessed with something, and you stop letting obsession run wild in anything in your life. So you basically just shut off your ability to be obsessed. But this is where victory comes from. Because if you truly want to win at something, you have to be completely obsessed, which also leads to you being too dumb to quit. If you're just obsessed about the thing, what you're trying to do, that's how you get insane results. I mean, think about Mr. Beast. That's a really kind of real world example from our generation. The dude, all he cared about was making the best video possible. I can't speak to what he's doing now, but at least on his old podcast, he would just say, all I care about is making the best video possible. That's it. He doesn't care about the money. He doesn't care about the fame. All he cared about was making the best video possible, and he was obsessed with it. If you ask him how he got his first initial couple years of success, It's because him and 3 guys met every single day to just study YouTube on a Skype call. It's crazy. They were obsessed. And if you don't have obsession, you have to foster it. It's kind of like a spark and it starts a flame. You have to keep feeding that obsession. And the number one thing that's stopping you from actually being obsessed is you're worried about what other people think. So you really have to let go of that. Find something you're obsessed in and you actually want to just do for the sake of doing the thing, and go all in. Don't care what anybody else says about it. You have to get obsessed. I mean, look at me right now. I got a freaking whiteboard. I got this light. Like, most people think I'm stupid. And if this didn't make any money, people would really think I'm stupid. Now they kind of respect it, but only because the money's there. But you just have to be obsessed. Like, I'm obsessed with teaching people what I learned. I don't care if there's only 10 views on this video. I'm going to keep doing it because I've done it for 13 years. I'm going to keep doing it, whether anybody watches or not. So hopefully this is helping you. But you have to be obsessed. And you have to stop caring what other people think and do the thing for the sake of doing the thing. So if you want to start a business to make money, pick some sort of business that you have some kind of obsession in. Some people are blessed. They're kind of lucky like me where I'm just obsessed with business in general. I just love business principles. I could study it all day. Any business I find pretty fascinating. But just start a business in something you're obsessed in. That's it. And honestly, I believe you can become obsessed in just about anything. So people were asking Michael Jordan why he got so good at basketball. Like it was some kind of miracle or luck or something. But he said he just fell in love with the game at a very young age. He just loved it. Everything he did was basketball. And people are like, oh, you're born with it. You're a natural born talent. Basketball didn't exist until recent history, guys. You're not born as a basketball player. It's an obsession. He just started young. And so find something you're obsessed in. Do not let people give you crap about it. And just be more obsessed. Just go deep. Go crazy. Get really into the nitty gritty. I'm learning speaking right now. Hopefully you can tell a little bit. It's a work in progress. But I'm really obsessed about it. I'm thinking about how many bits of information I'm speaking per second, the tonality of my voice, how loud I am, how quiet I am. Like, I'm just getting obsessed, and I love it. I don't really care. I'm a nerd. You just need to nerd out about something, because honestly, at the end of the day, you're gonna die, right? And all those people's opinions, they don't matter at all. But you're gonna look back and say, you know what? I really wish I would have went hard in woodworking. I really loved woodworking. Become obsessed. This is just what leads to success over time, is being obsessed, too dumb to quit. And the last thing, probably actually the most important, this is for true success, is humility. Hopefully I'm recording this video. Let me check real quick, actually. I don't even know if I clicked record. I did click record. I was about to be so mad, bro. I was going off. All right, we clicked record. We're good. Last thing, humility. Now, you might have heard this word a lot, but you might not truly understand what it means. Humility is not belittling yourself. It's not talking trash about yourself, being like, oh, poor me. That's not humility at all. Humility is just admitting that you don't know everything. And every single person on earth, you can learn something from them. Because what happens when you're not humble? Let's see this right here. Hopefully you guys can see this. You're going on your path of life. You're making progress. And there's a split in the road. You can choose to be humble and learn from whoever it is, even if they're lower you, even if they have lower success than you, even if it challenges your beliefs. You can choose to learn from them and keep progressing down this path, or you just block it off. The minute you stop being humble is the minute you start dying. The minute you start not progressing. The minute you start not winning. And so winners that I've seen, bro, all over, every single winner that I've studied, even recent ones, past ones in history, doesn't matter. They're always open to learning something. And the more that they learn, the more they realize that they don't know anything. And guys, this is straight from the Bible. Straight from the Bible. When Jesus came to this earth to tell people, hey, I'm here to bring grace. You don't have to worry about the law anymore. What did the Pharisees do? They did this. They were like, nope, we like our law. We like the way things are. We don't believe in you. All this stuff. And they missed out on the greatest gift, right? The greatest gift of eternal life through Jesus. Sorry, I got deep there for a second. Actually, I'm not sorry. This is more important than anything else. Humility. We don't know anything. I was on a flight the other day. Not going to flex, okay? It was economy, don't worry. But I was flying up, and I'm looking over at the whole city of London, and it just looks like an ant bed. All these people are walking around look like ants. And when you get up that high and you see things for how they really are from way up high, you gain just a new perspective on everything. You realize that, like, God created us, and there's billions of us, and we don't know anything. And every single time in history, the smart people in that time thought that they just knew everything. Like, it can't get any better than this. Think about when the first phone came out. That must have been like magic, the first ever telephone. You're talking to someone like 2 counties over. It must have been crazy. Like, we figured it out. It's never going to get any better than this. And the iPhone comes out. Then, like, that iPhone 1 is terrible. Like, you see what I'm saying? There's always more to learn. And the more you learn, you have to realize that you don't know everything. And this comes from being obedient to God. If you realize there's a God who created you and that you're just a broken sinner in need of Jesus, in need of a Savior, guys, that's where humility comes from. And I find like the most progress I make in my life is when I realize how worthless I really am and how little I really know and how I don't know anything and how like whatever I think I know is nothing at all. And so the number one thing is being humble enough to admit that you're just a sinner. Like, we're all just inherently evil in our flesh, and we need God. We need God. So this is like ultimate humility. But this is what a true winner looks like to me. They're too dumb to quit. They never give up. It doesn't matter how long it takes. There's no time frame. They're just doing the thing. Second, they're obsessed. They do it because they love doing it. It's not for people's opinions or to buy Lambos or like they're just obsessed at the game that they play. And the gifts God has given them, they're just obsessed with. And the third thing is humility. Is not ever shutting yourself off. And most people, what they'll do is they'll get to this point and they'll be like, oh man, I hit 10K a month. I'm the best. I make more than my friends. I'm so cool. I know everything. I know this because I've been there. And then you stop and you hit this roadblock and you just stagnate. Your progress stagnates forever. Not forever, but like until you decide that, oh wow, yeah, I don't know anything. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, God. Forgive me for ever thinking I knew anything. And then you just get back on this track and you start making progress again. But those who win fast are the ones who remain on this road of humility. No matter how much you learn, it just leads you to realize how much more you need to learn, how much you don't know. One of my favorite passages is from Job. And Job is arguing with God about his circumstances. And God just shows him. He gives him a small revelation. He's like, you don't even understand the billions of creatures that I like sustain every single day. Like the turtles, the fish in the sea, the birds of the air. He's like, you don't know anything. He just gave him that really good dose of humility. And Job was like, wow, and that's how it is for us, guys. We know nothing. We know nothing. This is why we need God. So yeah, too dumb to quit, obsess, and humility. Hopefully this helped you guys. See you later.